and welcome to another time out on the program. Today's episode is loaded with indigenous people of Aleta appealing for basic amenities. A special report or a special community report where two chiefs rule and FO1 Kuba seeks urgent government intervention on road infrastructure. All these will be coming to you shortly on the program, The Territory. In just a moment, I am Serafina Okon. Let's set the ball rolling. Residents of FO1 and Jebu communities in Wari Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory are calling for urgent intervention from the FCT Minister to address the critical challenges of poor road infrastructure and security, despite the potentials for development and growth. These issues persist affecting living conditions and businesses. Our correspondent, Hawa Gimbo, visited the communities and brings back this report.
For any community to develop, necessities that has to do with road infrastructure is one thing residents are yearning for. Standing with me is Sunday Joseph, who will tell us the history and the problem they are facing in this community.
Yes, this is a very serious issue. As a resident in this community, my house is just inside the after this gate. It's been a terrible situation. Even at night, to have access to your house is a problem. You can see what is happening now. This is one of the access roads that we used to take, and now they barricade the access road.
This major access road links residents of FO1 and Jabu communities to the city center. However, residents say the deplorable condition of the road has made movement difficult for years, affecting both social and economic activities. As the community expands rapidly, road infrastructure remains a major concern. For Mrs. Habib, the situation is particularly worrisome during school runs.
The road is so bad. This community is supposed to be our main road to our houses. But this is my house there. Most times I find it difficult to go home. Once it's 6 o'clock, the FO1 road that we are using is blocked. We can't come in, we can't go out. In case there's an emergency, I don't think there will be a way I can take my kids out. There was a day I was coming out, taking my children to school. My car got stuck in the mud. There was no way to take them to school. I have to use a bike. Unfortunately, we are going and my kid and the bike fell us on the floor. So my son has a broken ankle.
Residents lament that the area becomes almost inaccessible during rainfall, cutting them off from essential services.
It's terrible. All our cars are damaging. I mean, the road is very, very bad. Like, very, very, very bad.
It's nothing to write home about. It's very bad. We just begging the government to come and assist us, because sometimes if it really pours really heavy, there's no way into the house.
No, honestly, when happens a person is going to level, it's a very difficult for the car to pass. Please, if you people can help.
Muna kira ga gwamnati, wannan hanyar namu ya lalace, mutane suna zuwa da motoci, mota tana lalacewa. Ga barayi sun yawa, motan kai lalace, barayi su zo su tare ka su kwace ma waya su sassare ka.
Most times, even on bike, even we can't even stroll down to get something. It's muddy. I'm a copper right now, and most times it's stressful that I'll have to look for a way to turn around.
Charlie, what we are seeing here is unbearable.
Beyond the poor state of the roads, security concerns have also been behind its construction, as it restricts movement between Jabu and FO1 communities. The state of the Archangel Road is also an eyesore, with heavy trucks and smaller vehicles smuggling to gain access. Residents believe that intervention from the FCT administration can improve their situation, and they consider good roads, unhindered access, and adequate security to be necessities, not luxuries. Hawa Gimba, NTA News.
In the heart of the Federal Capital Territory, community-driven initiatives are making a real difference in developing social amenities. A standout example is the Chika community. Our correspondent Sandra Akeme paid a visit to the community where the village head appealed for government intervention.
Chika community, situated just a stone's throw from the central area of the Federal Capital Territory, is home to over 4,000 residents. However, despite its proximity to the city center, the community is facing significant challenges in terms of social amenities. According to Chief Estefanus Chiluza Shegaje, the village head, the Federal Capital Territory Administration is expected to prioritize the community's development, given its location under the Abuja Municipal Area Council.
When we talk of development, the community itself is trying, even though the government is involved, like area council, you can see the road now, it's just tight. And just this year, the AMAC chairman came last year, and this year they conclude. Despite we want more than that, you can see the road to my house, the road to the palace here is not tight. I think we still need more. And when we talk of health center, primary health care center, we don't have.
Behind me here is supposed to be the primary healthcare center for the Chika community. The village head said the primary healthcare center was built by a private organization 5 years ago, but unfortunately it was abandoned. Residents of Chika community have identified key areas requiring attention, including improving access to quality education and educational facilities, as well as providing adequate healthcare services and facilities.
And another thing we want is about education, the way they are handling the primary sector in this particular area. You see some children that are roaming about. That's why the private sector here, they are just, asking for much bill from the community. So it's our challenge here.
When there is access roads, everything will be in order. You understand? Sometimes road bring development and businesses moving on. That's the only thing, road and light. You understand? Like those that use light to do work, they need that light to establish their businesses. That's what we empower them.
The security starts with traditional rulers in the communities. Now we are renovating the police station. I think what we have spent there is more than 5 million now in that police station. So we need even the area council help, or the minister of FCT, he can send people to go around to the communities. And actually, the community itself, we have environmental, that every end of the month we are doing sanitation. And we have a vehicle, we have staffs that are working for us. All is community responsibility that we are doing. And it has been helped in terms of employment.
Chief Shegaje expressed the community's hopes for a fair share of the dividends of democracy. From Chika community, Sandra Akeme, NTA News.
In pursuit of better living conditions and security, the indigenous people of Aleta community in the Federal Capital Territory are making a passionate appeal for basic social amenities. The community believes that access to these essential services is crucial for their productivity and well-being. But what is driving their plea? Our correspondent Cecilia Julius tells us more.
For most communities in the FCT, it is a success story ranging from construction and rehabilitation of road network to revamping of basic social efforts of host communities. This, they say, is part of their social responsibilities to humanity. However, other communities such as Aleta, a suburb in the FCT, despite recounting an improvement in social infrastructure, are still lending their voice in a passionate appeal for government to intervene as they record a decline in security, upgrade of their health facility, and construction of a senior secondary school.
I've been here for like 17 years, and all through these years I've never had any issue like security issue, and then I've seen development growing up rapidly. I think the Hakimi has been working hard to see the intact of the security of the environment, and you see the way the place is filled up. People come every day to look for houses here because they know it's more secure and it's close to the roadside. So if the FCT minister will look into it and then try to help the community, and in terms of light, sometimes they ration lights here, which is not supposed to. This is FCT that even if you're in a local community, you should be able to have a steady light, which we know in the country they don't have, but at least, so if they can look into these things, I think it's better.
Education is really a very big challenge. Why I'm saying that it's a big challenge is that if you see that there are a lot of proliferation of private schools, and you know how the private schools are so expensive. And we are talking about the masses. You are looking at their level of economic activities to be able to send their children to private schools. So that is a big challenge. And recently, we were told that they brought senior secondary school. This one is our junior secondary school here. And then there's the one at the back that they started building. And the work has stopped. I don't even know why work has stopped. But the classes have started. They have SS1 now, you understand? But I think they can still do better. Let the federal government intensify action and make sure that the senior secondary school is, completed, and the teachers in the primary school there particularly. So that is affecting the masses.
The fast-growing community offers both economic and development value and also stands as an advantage for civil servants and business persons in the Capital Territory.
Yes, the government needs to really consider their policies. Honestly, if the necessary policies are being taken, I'm sure it's going to affect us positively generally in the country and also the community, because there's no policy the government will take on now that will only affect this community. So it will affect the country as a whole. And if it's a positive policy, it will definitely affect the country and also help us that are also in the community here.
In a bid to sustain posterity, indigenes of Aleta appeal to government to maintain their ancestral land. In Abuja, Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
Thank you, Cecilia. The Garki area of Abuja is known for its bustling nature with a mixture of private and government offices, supermarkets, and restaurants. However, beneath its vibrant surface lies a nagging issue that only rears its ugly head during the rainy season: clogged roads, drainages, and lots more. Well, our correspondent Isaac Jibu reports on how this drainage issue has sparked concerns among motorists who lament the deplorable state of the road after rainfall.
In the heart of Abuja lies Garki, a bustling city center known for its busy supermarkets, corporate offices, and government establishments. However, when heavy rains fall, the scene changes dramatically. Just around the Catholic Church in Area 3, clogged drains turn the street into mini rivers, causing chaos for shoppers, worshippers, and motorists.
This is Area 3 Catholic Church. When the rain will fall, the rain will accumulate in front of, at the back of this Area 3 Catholic Church here, and the hold up is the mud. So I think government will help us to make sure that they drain, they do a proper channel so that the water will be passing, so the vehicles will have a free flow traffic.
Please, I'm begging for Minister of FCT to try for us. Please, let in eye all in workers in eye for day for this place, because as they remove the motor, it is bringing us problem. As a driver, we come the Mandoa, sometimes we come there cause hold up.
Flood water covers the roads, making movement difficult and sometimes dangerous. Business operators are concerned about poor patronage, while residents fear long-term health and safety risks from stagnant water.
All this water blockage on the road started on Friday, not even yesterday morning. On Friday when there's rain, so the water wouldn't have way to pass through all those channels, because the channel has already blocked. So there's no way for the water to go freely. So this caused the congestion of traffic around this area.
It was surprising. We have the government looking at that thing for almost 2 weeks. And that the places was there. A lot of vehicles, they are spoiled here. It is very, very bad. So my concern is that at least they're supposed to do it in time. At least this thing, everybody, most of the government people, they are passing and they are receiving it, and which is very bad. The place has quite a lot of cars. Just come over to at least to rectify the problem, because there are a lot of people coming from Gariki to Area 10. The place, the odor was bad.
The community is now calling for urgent intervention, urging authorities to restore proper drainage, as they believe fixing this challenge will not safeguard life and property, but also preserve Gariki's role as a hub of commerce and daily life in the capital. In Abuja, Isaac Jibo, NTA News.
Many thanks, Isaac. Well, more stories across the length and breadth of the territory coming up in just a moment. Stay with us.
Good evening. Glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
The Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
Would say have a lovely day.
Welcome back. This is the territory. Remember the popular saying, there can't be two captains on a ship. Surprisingly, a ship is sailing smoothly somewhere with two captains on board. How is this possible and where is it happening? Let's join Ramatu Abdullahi, who recently visited the community with two village heads managing the affairs of the area together without any form of conflict.
Two indigenous languages trace their ancestral lineages to this community located in the Akpo district of the FCT.
We have a history. The first tribe to lay a foundation of building was regarded as the first settler in this community.
The question of which tribe was the first to discover and settle in the area is irrelevant for now, as it was an age-long journey undertaken by their forefathers. What truly matters is how they have managed to live together peacefully for many years without disputes.
This is Burum community. Just like the saying goes, there can be two captains in a ship. But for this community, there are two leaders, and both of them are coexisting peacefully with their people.
The two tribes in the Burum community are the Bagi and the Gwandara, each having its village head, both claiming leadership over the same village. They believe they both migrated from the north.
From Kono, we are from Kono, indigenous of Kono. Yes. But the reason why our name is Gwandara tribe, they say we should pray. Kono, we say we can't pray rather than dance. That is why their calling was Gwandara. We prepare dance than Gwandarawa da Sallah.
Kin san a lokacin da ana yaki ne.
War in olden days migrated our forefathers down to this place. We migrated from Zaria to this place.
The head of the Gwandara, Alhaji Salah Idris, shared unique cultural practices that differentiate his people, giving them a distinct identity compared to the Gbagis.
And also, during the war period, the war cannot enter this community. Because this community have one magic arrow that will just throw it once, it will wipe more than 100 people.
On the other hand, the leader of the Gbagi people states that their natural friendliness and hospitality are key reasons why they have coexisted peacefully with the Gwandara for years, celebrating festivals and significant events together.
We marry ourselves, celebrate naming ceremony and festivals together.
The Gbagi people understand Gwandara language, but they don't understand our Gbagi.
Another commonality between the two tribes is that farming is deeply embedded in their cultures. Residents do not hesitate to utilize every available space within their compounds to plant crops for personal use and sell in nearby markets. Some of their cultural practices are gradually being overshadowed by the rise of religious beliefs, which are becoming more influential in their land.
I'm just a new pastor here. I resume here by January. Yes, the little experience that I have here, the church has been existing for a long time ago.
The Burum community has indeed demonstrated to the world that there can be unity in diversity. Ramatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
Indeed. Who says for every rule there are no exceptions? Burum community is surely proving that. Well, thank you, Ramatu Abdullahi, for that fact-finding mission to Burum community. Well, this is where we call it a wrap on the program today, The Territory. Stay for Sunday show. I am Serafina Okon. Good afternoon.